You're watching CBS News Los Angeles, The Rundown.
Hi, I'm Leslie Marin, and here are your top stories. Major news for the LA Chargers. Jim Harbaugh is leaving the University of Michigan to be the new head coach for the Bolts. Harbaugh coached the Wolverines the last 9 seasons and just won a national title. He also coached the San Francisco 49ers for 4 years and led them to a Super Bowl appearance in 2013. Now the Chargers are scheduled to play the Baltimore Ravens next season at SoFi Stadium. That'll now be a matchup between Jim and his brother, John. Well, landslide in San Clemente this afternoon halted train service in that area. This here happened right near the Mariposa Bridge around 5:30. Large rocks you can see and chunks of dirt are on the tracks. Orange County Supervisor Katrina Foley said that work on cleaning the tracks is already underway and there was no timetable for when the rail would be fully reopened. This is just the latest land movement that has impacted the railway service along the OC coast. Well, turning now to your weather. Cloudy and cool conditions tonight, but this weekend will tell a much different story. Let's go to Danny Roberti for a look at what we can expect in your next weather. Danny.
Yes, Les, we deserve some really nice days because you can see over the last several weeks, anywhere that you see a blue box on this calendar, this is when we were dealing with temperatures that were below normal. We've only had a handful of days that were pretty normal. Once we go into this upcoming weekend, you're going to see a lot of red boxes because we're going to see temperatures running about 5 to 10 degrees above what's normal for this time of the year. It didn't feel like that outside today, and that's because of this weak storm that's been passing by to the north of us. This brought us the clouds today. I mean, it was gray all day, a little bit of filtered sunshine out there and cooler temperatures. But going into the next couple days, we are going to see a nice warm up. But first, we've got to get through this little storm, little hiccup out there. We're going to wake up tomorrow morning to a deepening marine layer. It is going to be gray and cloudy, not just near the beaches, but also pushing into the valleys. Sunny later in the day, and we have beautiful days ahead of us. And get ready. Some of you are breaking into the 80s. I mean, wait until you see this. But in terms of that storm and the marine layer tomorrow morning, we're also going to see a chance for a few sprinkles out there. Nothing like what we saw earlier this week or this weekend, but some light showers could pop up. They're going to be very hit or miss. So in the San Fernando Valley, you're going to wake up tomorrow morning, 5 o'clock, low 50s. We'll stay right there at 8 o'clock. A chance for a little bit of drizzle popping up, and that's going to be the name of the game for all of us. That's just going to be for the morning time. We get to the afternoon and the sunshine is back and we'll climb into the mid 60s. It's going to feel warmer tomorrow afternoon than it did today. So let's talk about how this plays out, because some of us might run into a few raindrops for the drive into work or to school tomorrow morning. So going into tonight, yeah, those clouds, they're taking over. It is going to be really gray and overcast to start tomorrow morning. I know if you're anything like me, you don't even want to get out of your jammies when you've got all those clouds out there, but we'll get that sunshine in the afternoon, a few raindrops popping up in the basin at about 6:45 tomorrow morning. And then you can see that at 8 o'clock, especially through Orange County and the Inland Empire. There is a better chance for folks down there. And again, very light. You might need to use the windshield wipers, but it's not going to be a washout or anything. Few lingering raindrops by about 10:15. And then we get to Thursday afternoon and we're going to start to see those clouds breaking apart. We get the sunshine and things are going to look and feel a lot better as well. So morning drizzle, afternoon sunshine. That's the name of the game. We're talking low to mid 60s near the beaches, LA, Orange County. You see that in the Inland Empire. Valleys are climbing a little bit more, nearing 70 degrees. But get ready, folks. Things are going to look real good as we go into our weekend. Next 6 to 10 days, we are talking at an above average chance for warm temperatures finally making their way into California. But I do want you to buckle up and enjoy that time outside, because by the time we get to next week on Wednesday, rain chances are going back up. So we get a break from all the rain and then it moves back in as we get ready to start the beginning of the new month, February. LA, Orange County, let's take a look at your glorious weekend. We've got the upper 70s Saturday and Sunday. Many of you in the valleys breaking into the 80s, but by the middle of next week, the rain is back. So Leslie, we have a string of beautiful days to enjoy.
Looking forward to it. Thanks so much, Danny. LAPD Chief Michel Moore says crime has dropped in the city compared to last year, but there's been a major spike in traffic fatalities and hit and runs. KCAL News reporter Tom Wade is working on that story tonight.
The LAPD released some new crime stats today. Some good news in there that some violent crime was down, but the bad news was there's been an uptick, a surge really, in some of the traffic deaths across the city. We reported just a week and a half ago on a hit and run death in Pacoima, just horrific there, where a man was hit 3 times. Well, the numbers from last year kind of reflect just how bad it is right now. 23% increase in hit and run deaths in LA, and there's a 32% increase in DUI crashes. We're going to take a closer look at those numbers tonight. We also spoke for the first time with the woman it was her brother who was killed in that horrific crash in Pacoima. That man hit 3 times, captured there on security video. We're not showing the impact of it, obviously, but just a terrible tragedy there. We'll have more from the chief coming up just a little bit.
Well, developing news, police arresting a Norwalk man as part of the January 6th Capitol riot investigation. Michael Haltom is facing several felony and misdemeanor charges. The DOJ says video shows the 43-year-old waving other rioters forward and gesturing to them to push back on the barricades used by officers. Haltom was also believed to be one of the first rioters to get into the Capitol building, climbing through a broken window. The DOJ also says he confronted a Capitol police officer inside and tried to kick down a door, among other things. Well, this has been CBS News Los Angeles, The Rundown. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back live at KCAL News at 8 here on CBS News Los Angeles.